I'm one of your co-hosts. My name is Joe. I am joined with Josh, my brother, down below.
Yo, what's up, guys?
I'm also joined with Chef. But before you answer, Chef, he is a bit ill today, so we do need a bit of a, a bit of a sympathy and chat, boys, because Chef's throat. He's been sucking a lot of cock lately.
Rest in peace, Chef.
He's been sucking a lot of cock, right? No.
Some girls are just so tempting.
I mean, let's kick it off with you, Josh. How about you? What's been new this week?
Okay, so I suppose the first thing I need to mention is, and I don't know if we've got it set up right, but the new thing I've been trying to do today is instead of just going live on Twitch, I've also tried setting us up on Kick. So I apologise if it looks trash. I apologise for the quality, but we are live on Kick now as we speak as well. Again, the handle is cooked_meat_podcast. Should be the same as we are on Twitch.
Yep.
And yeah, like you say, first episode was a pilot. It was a test run just to see what kind of reach we had. I think we averaged quite a few people last time, so it went pretty good.
Right, great. Yeah, no one cares about that. Right. Anyway, so Josh. Just speaking of which, I actually I had a look at I had a DM on Discord the other night. Honestly, just to start things off, and it was fucking like he asked me. It was a topic, and it was make me feel old, right? Anyway, he sent me a load of fun facts that might make people feel old in chat or in any of you guys here, actually. Oh, what was that, Chef? Chef's got to get to the quickie mark by 4. No, but anyway. But anyway, he sent me this topic. Sorry, I can't. Anyway, right. He sent me this topic of make me feel old, right? Homie. And one of the he sent me a load of facts, and the first one that came on the list, right? Everyone in it has seen Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that Star Wars: Attack of the Clones? So that's technically the second movie in the prequel. Came out in 2002.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
2002.
I knew it was early 2000s, but I thought it was like 2004, 5.
I was, depending when in 2002, I was either 2 or 3 years old when that came out. And bearing in mind, I was taken to the cinemas to watch Lord of the Rings when I was 1, and apparently I loved it. And that is probably one of the best films on the planet. Like anyone can find me with that. I'll back it to the end. But yeah, 2002.
So wait, so when was the original?
But don't tell the off.
When was the original? Oh god, what, like episode 4?
4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I swear they must have been
talking like 80s. It must be.
1970 something was like the first Star Wars film.
You sound like Joe's dog when it's trying to play with its toys.
So the 1970s. It's when the first Star Wars came out. Oh, he's dying. But yeah, looking out. Honestly, he sent me some facts. Gangnam Style, right?
Yeah.
Released 10 years ago.
10. Wow.
Apparently, according to these facts, I've not fact checked them, but apparently it was 10 years ago. Gangnam Style.
All right. Wow. Fair enough.
Because that was like number 1 for fucking ages, wasn't it?
It was
that shitty little.
So I'll tell you what. Actually, then, speaking of YouTube, what do you think is the most? What do you think is the most liked video on YouTube history?
The most liked video.
Baby Shark.
Ooh,
you reckon Baby Shark? Yeah.
No,
I think Baby Shark.
I reckon it's something liked, like someone's clicked the like button. And, So not.
Yeah. Ooh. Not just like, oh yeah, I like this one. Like not viewed, but liked. Most liked video. I mean, take your time.
I wanna say it's something. Is it definitely a video everyone in here has seen?
I can't. Well, I don't know.
Well, most likely seen.
Probably not.
It's not sitting on a toilet, is it?
Nope. It is. Chef actually got it right. It is Baby Shark. It has
really?
the most liked video on YouTube. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, 100%. I can't remember the figures. I'd have to go find it out.
That song
I tell you
does
what.
my head in.
On the back of that, then, what do you think's the most disliked video on YouTube?
Oh, it's got to be like it's got to be a Logan Paul video.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Not Jake Paul, no.
Oh, it could be. Oh no, it's that shitty song they did. Britain is my city or whatever. England is my city.
England is my city.
I'm gonna put a punt out of there, and I'm gonna put the Infinity War trailer.
No, you're both wrong. Unless I am mistaken, it is also Baby Shark. It's the most disliked as well as most liked. you got all the adults going, "That's fucking shit," and all the kids just going, "Sharks."
That means every adult that's disliked it has 2 kids because both kids have liked it. Both
Every
adults
kid has
fuck
liked
this
it.
shit.
100%. Yeah.
I'm gonna come home. It's like, well, Josh, you probably know you're a dad, but you get that feeling when you come home as a dad, right? I mean, I can't speak for myself, but I think you know where I'm going with this. You pull in the driveway, and you just had a hard day at work, right? And you see that kid.
Actually,
you see your kid in the window with all that energy, like, whoa!
Sorry, carry on.
Go on, Chef.
The most disliked video on YouTube is YouTube Rewind 2018.
Is what?
Is YouTube Rewind 2018.
YouTube Rewind. I'll have to turn you down.
Is that the Will Smith one?
I think it is.
Yeah. Oh, that's hot. That is hot. That one. I think I know which one you're on about.
Then second is Baby Shark Dance.
Wow.
Okay, now.
Fair enough.
Imagine that.
Or is Baby by Justin Bieber.
By Justin Bieber, yeah.
Oh, that is a horrendous video.
I hated Justin Bieber back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't mind him now. He's still a knobhead, but his music's gotten a lot better than what it used to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, to answer your question, mate, I can't say it with my own child because my own child's an absolute blessing and a delight. However, oh my god, my ex-partner, right? She had a kid like prior to me, and whilst I was with her, he was like 3, 4, and I remember having the exact same thing that you was just on about. I'd done a 12-hour shift. I'd work 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. I'd been at work all day.
Yeah.
It was a long day as well. It wasn't just like a regular 12 hours. This was like a one that lasted like 24 hours, kind of 12 hours.
Yeah.
And I get home, and it's like literally like that kid's bedtime, and he sees my headlights flash through the front room, because to come to the house you had to kind of drive directly to the house and then do a U-turn to park in a car parking space just on the other side of the road. So he saw the car coming, and he was like, he's home, and I could see him in my rear view mirror, like stood at the window like this, just like. It's like I could see fog. I could see fog coming on the. I could see like the fog coming out of his mouth, just like steaming on the window around him. I shit you not, I just drove back out the driveway, went to the shop, and I got my Red Bull. I was like, not today. That kid can go to bed. Like, not happening. Not happening. I was like, nope, not happening.
It's kind of like my dog, right? Honestly. I come home, right, because I have to leave her in the kitchen when I go to work, right? And I feel really bad because she knows every time I wake up, right? So I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning because I've got an hour drive to work, and I leave at about 6:30, 6:45.
Right.
And she's getting fucking clever, right? She knows that when an alarm goes off, she's like, "Fuck, dad's gotta fuck off and leave me, like abandon me for fucking." Because at least 7 years, because like 7 years in their time is like a day's working hours. You know what I mean? So she's thinking, fuck, he's leaving me again. So we get up, right? I let her outside, and she does her business. And then instantly when I let her back in the house, she runs straight into the front room. And I know what she's doing. Go on.
If you want a fun fact about dog years, a day in a dog's life is a week of ours. And
there you go, guys. Another random fact.
Do you know what, actually, right? I just want to add to that one. No, it's not. So our lifetime is just a parallel straight line. Like, from the beginning of time to the end of time, a day's length is a day's length. In a dog's length of time, it's actually curved. So when it's a puppy, it is something like a day is like 7 days. So a day of days is 7 days. But by the time you get to the end, it actually curves off and it starts to get more equal. Like the older they get, they're in a sense their time slows down, so it's no longer like a day equals 7, it's more like a day equals 3 or something like that. Can't remember the exact figures, but yeah, no, just an actual fun fact for you that dogs' lives actually like essentially just slow down towards the end. Like they have longer time.
What? So when they're getting older, you know?
Yeah. So for example, your dog now is like what, a couple months old?
Yeah.
It'll still be at like an hour for them is like an hour for us is like 7 hours for the dog. But by the time your dog gets to like 10, 15 years old, however old it can get to, an hour in their time, an hour in our time will only be like 2 or 3 for them instead. Like time slower for them because they're
what guy like figured that out? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Fucking nerd sat in a lab and went, you know, I'm gonna probe the dog and find out. You know,
someone who loves dogs.
Yeah, like how did he do it? Like what?
Why are we probing dogs?
I don't know. How else do you test shit other than stick stuff up their ass?
Just drop a liquid in a test tube, like.
You know what I mean? Like, how else do you test if you like finger up your bum? You have to stick it up there, don't you? Or you get a female to do it. You know what I mean?
Probing that.
Right. I had about that much once, and I was like, nah, it's a no go for me. I didn't like it. It's an exit, not an entrance for me. Thoughts?
Did they have acrylics? Did they have acrylics on?
Yeah.
Are we talking that much as the finger or just the nail? That'd have been sharp as hell.
Oh no, it was a bareback finger.
So a dude.
He was called Chris. He was 12'9".
A nice film
Big
finger,
bloke
or
called
was it
Keith.
With a big fat Shrek sausage finger.
There was always that one girl though, wasn't there, that always had like the worst makeup, and her fingers actually looked like raw sausages. Then like they'd paint them, but they'd be like awful, like really bad.
Yeah, 100%. But anyway, well, going back to my story of my dog, right? So I can't remember. So I let her back in after she's done her business outside, right? And she runs instantly into the front room, right? Because she knows she's getting fucking smart, right? She's only like almost 5 months old, right? But she's getting devious. But the thing about sausage dogs is they make you feel guilty for everything you've done, and they're stubborn as fuck. They don't listen to you. So I let her back in the house. She runs straight into the front room, jumps on the couch, because that's where, like, you know, when I'm home, we chill out and we snuggle. She spoons me. But anyway, she runs on the couch, and I'm there.
That's a long sausage.
Anyway, so it's about 6 inches, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway, I'm getting ready for work.
6 inches.
When it comes.
Right, carry on, yeah.
So when it comes to me, like, getting ready to leave, you know, so I'm getting my bag on, you know, I'm getting my shoes on. She looks at me and she's like, she's giving that like, you're not fucking leaving.
Right. I'm not fucking leaving.
Anyway, so I'm like, come on, it's time to, like, because I have to shut her in the kitchen, otherwise she will fuck up my ass, right? So right. I like, come on, it's time to get in the kitchen. I go to grab her. She starts running around the coffee table. I'm there for another 3 minutes chasing her around this table, trying to get her, right? Eventually, I have to, like, split my legs to one on each side and sort of waddle across this table so she can't run either side. She doesn't know what to do. She panics. Anyway, I managed to grab her, put her in the kitchen, and as soon as I put her down, she'll fight to get out of that kitchen. And if I let her go, she'll run straight back to the front room and sit just on the cusp of, like, the living room and kitchen, but in the living room. So she knows, like, if I go beyond this point, I'm trapped, right? Honestly, she's getting smart. She knows the kitchen's a danger zone. But that's the thing with dogs, that they start to, like, learn shit, don't they, at that young age? But they don't. My dog don't fucking listen to me at all. She's a bastard, but I love her.
I think that's because of the name you've given it, though.
She's called
like,
Teresa.
Doomed from the start.
Yeah, she's a spicy sausage.
I tell you what, right? Actually, I have thought about this. Other than your dog, right? Most dogs have, like, human names. Like, there's always a Max. Oh, there's always. Like...
I know exactly where you're going, because I can't. Right, if I'm texting a girl, right, I do text girls. Trust me. Most of them ignore me. But if I'm texting a bird, right, and then she goes, "Oh, what you doing?" and I go, "Oh, I'm spooning Max." That's going to sound weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
I can't do it.
I'm sat in the chair cuddling Max.
I'm just stroking Fred's stomach.
Yeah, but like dogs have, like, human names.
Just tickling Dave's balls.
Oh, right, Christ. Who knows that? Sorry. Sorry. What'd you do?
Somebody knows some real versions, you know.
I don't even have a dog called Dave.
Chef, your dad's called Dave, isn't he?
No, fuck off. That's called fucking Richard, mate.
Big Rich.
Big Dick, mate.
My nan's called Big Dick Nan.
She is.
She actually. Anyway, I'll get onto that story in a second. But anyway, like I was trying to say, dogs have like human names, and it's weird, isn't it? Like Fenton. Oh Jesus Christ! Like dogs have. Anyways, cats don't. I don't know why, but cats get given random ass names. Like, for example, like Mittens or what? Toast.
Or
like
Fluffy or something.
Like Snowball and shit like that. And like why
grandma's had cats. Her first cat was called Barney.
Okay,
and her second cat was called Molly.
Did she think they were dogs? But what I'm saying is we can all agree, right, that cats are cunts. Cats are arseholes, aren't they?
I've got an irrational fear of cats.
Like, cats are arseholes in comparison to dogs. So why do we give dogs random ass names like Bob, Fred, Max, but we give cats cute names like fucking Mittens and that sort of shit? Is it to make us feel better about them being twats?
I don't really know. Like, it's an interesting thing, because, like I said, I've got an irrational fear of cats ever since my childhood cat. Right, you know, Josh, we had a cat.
We did,
and my fear came from our cat, who I thought loved me. Clearly, fucking didn't. Right.
You should have known, mate, from the colour of it from the get-go.
Fucking hell.
You don't even know what colour it was, Chef.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It was a white cat.
What did John's brain instantly go to?
White supremacist cat.
But alright, there I am, little fucking 6-year-old me watching fucking SpongeBob on the TV, right? And I have my little fucking feet dangling off the edge of the sofa because I'm a kid. I'm sort of sat like this, right? Fucking like legs up here on the sofa. And my feet are dangling off.
Oh, you still do that now?
It wasn't even on the sofa. It wasn't even on the sofa, this one, by the way.
I can't. I was sat on a chair of some sort. I can't.
Its mouse was in the dining room and was eating food, but we had the TV in line of us, and you'd always sit on the left chair. And yeah, like you say, he used to sit with his knees right up, with his feet just dangling. And he used to annoy me. He used to just wiggle his toes. And one day, the cat just fucking out of nowhere just RKO'd him.
Yeah, just instantly went, that's a fucking mouse, I'm going to kill it. Fucking clawed me, like half my nail come off. Right? Fucking, what was the need for that? But ever since then, I hate cats. Right? I can't stand them. They do my head.
I tell you, and to put it one further, just to add to his hatred of cats, the same cat, by the way, there's 2 events where it's shat, by the way. 2 events where it's shat. And both events have really, either one really fucked Joe off, or 2 got him in a lot of shit. Right. I'm going to go with the first one. So, back when we was like 12, 9, I reckon, we used to play Call of Duty. It was when COD 5 came out. Can you remember COD 5, World at War, the original?
One of the best CODs in history.
Right. Me and Joe were playing a game online, and like COD has always been, fucking well easy compared to any other online game. COD's full of news, straight up. Joe was on something like a 27 kill streak using the Arasaka bolt action and the Moss and Nagant bolt action. Like, and that's all he was using, right?
Like, fucking, I don't even think you could have attachments in that game. It was literally bog standard bolt action shit rifle, wasn't it?
You could have one attachment.
You could either get a scope attachment or you could change it to a bayonet, but that was it, one or the other.
I think I had the bayonet.
And honestly, right, Joe was on like a 27 kill streak. I can't remember the map, but I remember how it looked. It was kind of like a circular shape, and the ruins were in the middle, and you could drive a tanks kind of around the outside. Yeah. Anyways, 27 kill streak. All of a sudden, Joe just goes over the mic. Joe, I smell shit. Turns around, and the cat is just dead eyes staring at him, shitting in the corner of his room. Just shitting in the corner of his room.
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ.
So I had to stop my game because like it fucking stunk. Right.
You were fuming.
I dropped my controller, fucking shoot the cat, I would turn around, I'm dead. Right?
Yeah.
fucking died. Honestly,
but
raging.
I found it fucking hilarious. But then to add to his hatred of cats, there was one time I'd come home from school. So we're now talking year 11. I must have been 16, if not 15, at this age.
So I was home first, wasn't I?
So you'd have been like what, 12?
Yeah, I think
13,
I was maybe in year 8 at school.
I was at the age of school where you had to like stay behind and do a bit of revision because your exams were coming up. So it's like, oh, stay behind and do it. So I got home like half an hour, 45 minutes later than normal.
Yeah.
And so Joe was the first one home. Nobody else in the house other than Joe, the dog, and the cat. Right? Nobody else. I then come home like 45 minutes, an hour later, and it's now Joe, me, the dog and cat. And I go to the downstairs toilet, and the toilet lid's open, and not in the toilet, but next to the toilet was a shit, right? But not like a little tiny cat one. I'm talking like a log, like this came from a human. This shit's like genuine, and the only person in the house was Joe, right? To this day, he's convinced it's not him, and he blames the cat for it.
I will take that to my grave if it was the cat, because it fucking was.
I'm sorry, but the shit was the size of the cat.
Right.
It was huge.
There's no way, right? I mean, I was a retarded kid, but there was no way I got home, went, I need a shit, opened the lid, and then proceeded to not even use the toilet. So I had to waste 2 seconds to open the toilet lid and then just poo on the floor. Like that it just didn't happen. And I got the fucking blame.
Like, put your feet in the toilet and then just like squat over the side.
Like I don't know how I did it, chef, honestly.
It's a spell.
But it wasn't me. It was the cat.
Right. All I'm saying is like cat turds are like either like little pellets or they're like little scoopy ice cream whips. This was neither. This was a log. This looked like a bratwurst, mate, but of not sausage. And the only person in the house before me was Joe.
I'm not
so
right. Honestly, I was upstairs gaming right at the time. I was like playing Halo 3 or some shit. It was not me. It was 100% the cat. And I would go to this day and take that to my grave that it was the cat. Because just think about it. I had to open the lid and then just go, nah.
Yeah, but you might not have, right?
You know what I mean? Just shut on the floor.
You're saying it like you opened the toilet first. You might have just shut in the corner and then gone, I need to wipe my ass here. Where do I put the toilet roll? Toilet roll goes in the toilet, obviously. And then open the toilet and then flush the toilet paper.
You just assuming I wipe my ass?
I mean, to cover up, yeah. Because then you could go, not me, there's no shit on my ass. You know what I mean? Like,
shit.
Yeah. Look. Well, actually, do you know what? Like that living in that house though was probably one of the best times that I think we've ever had. Like, there's a lot of stories growing up in that house.
How long did we do there? It was like 30 years. Maybe?
I think it was 11 or 12 years. Yeah. So, but yeah, can you remember Mum? And she were adamant. One of us had broken the wall.
Oh.
At the bottom of the stairs.
Absolute bollocks, right? This story is fucking. Right, we need to sort of describe it to the people of how stupid this story is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when, for whoever's watching, like when your mum gets mad at you or something, and she'll just instantly blame the first person that she thinks of, and obviously it's always the kids because it's never the dad, is it? It's always the eldest. It's always to be fair, it is always the eldest. But then if it's not the eldest, it's the youngest. It's one of them. It's one of them. But right, so coming down our staircase, it was kind of like you get to the bottom of the staircase, and then it came into like a hallway. And the staircase was in the centre of the hallway, right? So you got to think, you go to the bottom of the staircase, you can either go left or right. And imagine if you went left, maybe what, two.
I reckon 2 to 3 meters. Yeah,
2 or 3 meter steps left, and then was the kitchen, right? Imagine you come down the stairs now, you turn left, you walk about 2 meters, and you get to the kitchen door, and in the top right of that wall was like a chip out of the paint or whatever.
Like yay big, but it was actually like right in the top corner. it couldn't get much further top left.
I couldn't reach it at the age I was, right? So I was in the clear. I must have been.
Yeah, and the only other person was now me, right?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I could reach it if I jumped.
So what she said was, she shouted, "Boys, get your ass down here now!" So, we could fucking, what? Drop controllers, walk downstairs, what? Who's done this? And pointed to an hole in the wall. Like, it's not a hole in the wall. It was more like a bit of plaster had come off, like the size of like a hammerhead, basically.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Who's done this?" And we're like, obviously we're both going to go, "Well, not me."
Yeah.
Because, like, even if it was you, why would you admit it?
Exactly.
Right, because you're always going to go, "What made it? I don't know." She's like, "Well, it was one of yours." And we was like, "Why? Like, why would we hold the wall? Like, in the top corner, like, in the hallway
there was no personal gain to that.
There was no reason for it, was
there?
Like, no reason.
That side quest had no, like, end reward for that. You know what I mean? So there was no reason for us to do that.
What baffles me, right, is how she's figured out how we've done it. Which is, so first of all, she's just assuming we've done it, and she's figured it out, and she knows how we've done it.
Yeah.
The first scenario and how we did it, we were running down the stairs at full speed, down the stairs, and then for some reason, on the bottom step, we jumped and headbutted the wall. That was the first one, but remember, it's like 2 to 3 meters away, so that is like...
And in the top corner, like, so that was a pretty... You had to get some momentum going down the stairs, and then jump...
To not fall.
And then headbutt the wall.
we even tried proving this. It was like, what? She's saying we've done this, and we'd go up like 5 or 6 steps, and we'd run down and jump. Lo and behold, we're like a meter off. We're a meter and a half off. So I'm like, what? I've jumped and I've gone in like at the top of the wall. She's like, well, on to scenario 2 then, right? And she's like, one of yous have gone to the other side of the wall because the hallway backed onto our front room, and it was right where the sofa was, which now means technically we could both reach the height. She's like, one of yous have grabbed an hammer and hammered to the other side of the wall, right? So we're like, yeah, all right, fair enough, yeah. Like, shit, she's onto us. So we go around into the front room and go, oh, look, shit, there's no marks on the wall. Like, a normal wall on this side.
Yeah, because if we hit it with an hammer, you'd see a fucking mark.
You'd see a mark on both sides of the wall. Yeah. And she's like, right, well, on to scenario 3. And this one was, one of yous have got mad, Josh, and thrown your controller down the stairs, right?
I forgot about that one.
This would have been one hell of a shot. Like, so, like, our staircase
you have to like boomerang it down the stairs.
Right. So you go up the stairs like normal, and then you go up, like, let's say, like 15, 20 steps, and then you go onto like a little landing area and do a 180 and go up another 3 or 4 stairs, and then directly in front of that is pretty much my bedroom. So she's assumed from my bedroom, I've yeeted it, my controller, like raging at FIFA, yeeted it at the stairs. It's then bounced off the landing wall, back down the stairs, and then somehow gone 3 meters in the air left.
I mean, out of all scenarios, that's probably the most probably most possible.
It isn't! How can a controller bounce that high? And second of all, my controllers never broke. I never raged with my controllers. I always smacked my desk. I always smacked my desk. I never broke controllers.
Big FIFA rage.
Oh yeah, 100%. There used to be like massive FIFA rages, but it was never my controllers. It was always my desk. It was always smacking and slamming my desk. Actually, I tell you what, right? Yeah, I've got one. So speaking of all the weird and wonderful crap, let's just call it crap, that goes on Earth. We've got to a point now where we've got very advanced in technology, and we've now discovered more than just male and female. Apparently, after 2,000 years of it going absolutely fine, and there's now more than just boys and girls. What I was going to ask is, what I was going to ask is, the good old question, like, do you believe in like life outside of Earth, like hundreds of miles away?
Yeah.
Do you generally believe like somewhere there is life, or do you think we are?
There's possibilities, yes.
There's possibility, and there might be possibilities, but like your genuine thoughts now. Do you actually think there's like life out there, or not? And okay, so my next question is: do you think they're also,
Humanoid.
What, like in the same stage as us, like wondering?
I can't quite say. Let me think. Do you think they're also? Do you think they're also as experimental as we are? And they've gone, Christ, guys, we've found like more of us. Do you know? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you think out there, like everyone's just like, like this is how it's always been for thousands of years, is how it's staying, or do you think they've all gone, let's just play a game?
So what you're saying is, do you reckon they had a 2020 like us? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Do you think?
Right.
Do you think in the 2020 when everything was invented?
Yeah.
Right. Do you think anyone else? Do you think anywhere else has had it like that?
If we're going off the theory of like unlimited realities, then I'd say yes, because technically we don't know if there's. You know what I mean? I mean, there's science, but is there a way to not prove it or not prove it that there's
speaking of unlimited realities, there's a reality where the cap you're wearing is actually fashionable and cool.
Hey, I like my cap.
You're a little peaky blinder. No, right? Because the reason I was asking about the like life out where is. Not too long ago, like sometime this year, I can't remember the exact date. NASA had actually discovered a new, like a solar system essentially, almost identical to ours.
Yeah.
And it's called like the TOI 700 solar system, I think is the name of it.
Yeah.
Basically, they've got like their own sun in the middle, and then like ours, a bunch of planets that just orbit it, and like I think it's like 3 of them. Are what is classed as an inhabitable zone for humans, where majority of life, not just humans, but like we're talking like bacteria and greens and all of that kind of good stuff. Like the habitable, it's not too far away from their solar system's like sun, and it's not too close.
Their planet's the right distance.
Yeah.
The planets have got an ozone layer, basically.
Yes. Yeah. I couldn't quite get my words out. So yeah, so they've discovered these planets, and they found like they call it the TOI 700s, like this solar system is what it's called. Don't know why.
I was gonna say, who fucking names that? You know what I mean? Like, why TOI 700?
It'll be someone who's got the initials TOI in their name, and they'll be like, oh, I like 700.
Do you reckon it was Elon Musk when he was naming his kid? He was just like, because he's probably spilt some tea in his hand. He's like, oh my god, he's like, oh, that's a good name, and his missus like, yeah, we'll call him that. Do
you ever have that game called Boggle, where it's just like you have like a little ball and you just press it, and all the random fucking dice with letters, and it just goes. XD37. Sweet. That's my kid.
What was actually his kid's name? It was like AXY squared or something, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Imagine that in the school register. Oh, so is Smith in here? Is Tony in here?
AX!
Guy! Yay! Fucking shit name's that. That's just setting your kid up to get bullied, though, is it not?
It is, yeah. No, it is.
So
but yeah,
it's XA dash X.
A dash.
I.
What is the dash for?
Or she's called X.
Was that Elon Musk's like first COD name or something on Xbox 360?
Do you know what? I've just had a fucking brainwave. That's why Twitter's changed its name. Then it's just X. It's named after his kid. Surely that's why he's changed Twitter to just X.
X dash.
Yeah. No, like he's changed Twitter, hasn't he? He bought Twitter out, and then he's changed it to X. Never understood why. It's clearly because his kid's just nicknamed X.
What's his kid's name again? Is that like genuinely his legitimate name?
Yeah, Google it. He's like, whatever Chef just said, XAEN5.
What? Why? What the fuck? How do you say that? You know what I mean?
Because, right, you're not going to get anywhere now in life, apparently, if you don't stand out from the crowd. And the only way
to...
One of his kids is called Techno.
What?
One of his kids is called Techno.
Imagine if he had like one called techno and one called house and dance. He just named them after genres of music.
Donk.
Donk. Put a donk on it. Honestly, such a weird guy.
So we've got techno and AEX square root of 9.
His name is Techno Mechananus Musk.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty cool second name.
Mechacanus.
Yeah, that's like a fucking
sounds like an Autobot.
I was gonna say that does sound like an Autobot, doesn't it?
Autobots roll out. Mechacanus.
Sounds like a Roman gladiator, doesn't he?
The gladiator of all times, Mechacanus.
Mechacanus. But you get a lot of celebrities these days, like naming fucking kids.
Oh,
all the kids weird shit, aren't they? Like what happened to just Gary? You know what I mean? Like, I mean the name Gary's actually dying out. That's a fact.
Actually is.
That's a fact, right?
Do you know what? So is the name Karen, and it's all because of like social media.
Yeah.
Like
whoever has a kid now, you got to call him Gary. Do not call him Karen. That's a horrendous name. But Gary, we need more Garys. We need to reunite Garys.
We do need Garys.
If you have a kid,
I've only known a few Garys. I've only known a few Garys, and all of them are actually sound. There's nothing wrong with Garys.
I'm trying to think if I know. I think I know 2.
I know Gary Brown. He's a tattooist, sick as hell. You should actually check him out, Brown's Tattoos. Yeah, he's really good, based in Chesterfield. And can you remember from? Can you find him? Can you remember in school, Gary Ho?
Yes. Oh, Gary Ho. Yes. What a G.
What a boy. Have you ever, Chef, been that desperate for the toilet? You shit in a urinal.
You know, like,
because Gary O has.
Yeah, you imagine you're a child. You know, you're at that stage where you're trying to hold your trousers to hold your poo in. You know, that sort of stage, and you run into the bathroom, and someone's occupying the stall, the one stall, because every fucking primary school only had one fucking stall for some reason. Because let's face it, who actually shat in school? Nobody. But anyway, so they only had one stall just to say that they've got a stall.
Yeah.
When you're that desperate for a shit, you look at the urinal and go, I can sit on that and have a shit. That happened, right?
Gary Ho did that.
Gary Ho.
I'm surprised.
I don't know what happened to him. He very quickly left school and never came back again.
He did. You know, it was in year 2, I think it was.
I think it was. It's like year 1 or 2.
I don't know why I remember it, but it was. I do. But I was in lesson because he was in my class. And someone went to use the toilet after Gary, because he come back in. Obviously, like no one, you know, no one thought anything of it. He went to use the loo and come back, and another kid was like, "Miss, can I go to the toilet, please?" And she was like, "Yeah, that's fine." He went to the toilet. This kid, and come back like, "Miss, someone's done a poo in the urinal," and everyone just walked in, and it was just a lump of turd in the stand-up toilet. That's what you used to call it. The sit-down toilet and the stand-up. And in the stand-up toilet, there was a brown log.
Yeah.
And we all knew it was Gary Ho.
Yeah.
Like, we used to call him Gary Poo.
Gary Poe.
Yeah. Gary Poe.
I'm kind of glad we got onto this conversation actually about schools, because it flows on nicely to my next point as well. So I had a DM on Discord from, anonymous. That's why it's a DM and not just in our Discord. But they said, I enjoyed your podcast, the pilot one you did last week. I enjoyed the embarrassing story you told about your mate. I've got one as well, if you don't mind telling it, but please keep me anonymous. So I'm like, yeah, of course, I will do. So they've written me a very short, like little paragraph about it, and it's whilst being back at primary school. So I just want to read it out to you, and obviously I'm gonna ignore their name.
Okay.
So it said, when I was about 5 and I was in primary
just
school.
Before you start, refer to their name as like AEX2-techno.
Right. So back when techno was like so when techno was back in like primary school, like, and we're talking like reception age, what is that, like 4 or 5?
Yeah, something like that, I think.
Yeah. So he's put back when I was called techno and I was playing in primary school in the like the pre-it. It was like I was playing in the sandbox on like one of my breaks, and it was me and my best mate at the time, and we were trying to make sandcastles, but we didn't have any stand that was like sticky enough, like wet enough. Do you know what I mean? To make a solid, like, you know, like when sand's dry, it just as soon as you pour it over it, So he went, So he said, I've been holding my peeing for a while. He was like, being 4 or 5 years old, I didn't want to just stop playing. So he distracted his mate. Said, "Go get a bucket. Go get a bucket." We're like, "Tell the teacher the bucket's not making the sand wet, right?"
Yeah.
So his mate ran off. And he went, when no one was looking, he peed in the sandbox. And when his mate came back, he went, I found some wet sand. I found some wet sand. They built sandcastle out of pea sand, and he never told his mate.
He touched it as well.
Jesus Christ.
No, did he?
Oh,
he didn't put that. He didn't put that. He said, "Oh, I've magically found some wet sand that we can build with," and no one was the wiser.
Jesus
It was like we
Christ.
built the best castle you'd ever seen in primary school, preschool.
an absolute deviant at the age of 3.
4 years old, peeing in sandcastles.
Those are the real G's.
He's the type of kid, full well that when at the beach and no one's looking, he'd run and boot someone else's sandcastle and run off.
Yeah, everyone's done that, though, haven't they? Come on.
That's another thing everyone's done, like growing up. Back to the other conversation like we had last week. Cause like, well, what's everyone done? Booting sandcastles that didn't belong to you.
Just punching the fuck out of a snowman.
Yeah, or yours. being in year 11 and nicking the year 7's ball. Yeah, Everybody did it. Yeah. Everyone did it. Everyone did that. I don't even know why. Well, everyone did. Well, maybe the guys, not so much the girls.
I do have another story.
All right.
This is actually from a close friend of mine, but as I like to say, for anonymous reasons, I'm not going to say his name. But it was quite a funny story, so I'm going to share it with you. I think it's funny. Josh, you were there, to be honest, so you probably will remember this story. Yeah, and it was during a night out in Sheffield.
Oh, for God's sake.
I think I know what story's coming.
So just for the viewers, right, we were a good friend of ours who at the time, so this was back in maybe a couple of years ago now, maybe last year, I can't even remember when it was.
It would have been,
it was soon, it was after 2020.
It would have been for your 23rd birthday, so last year, because it wasn't your 21st, because that was COVID the very first year, because our holiday to America got cancelled. And the year after, I think COVID was still a thing. So it must have been last year.
It was either 2 years ago or last year, right? Anyway, we went out because my mate's birthday is literally the day before mine, right? So it was like every year we do something together, It's just like a little tradition we have. Anyway, so it was like, this year let's just we'll do something simple. We'll go on a night out in Sheffield. Josh was there. We had another one of our friends there. Actually, we had 2 of our friends there. Plus, the guy's birthday was and my birthday, and Josh said it was 5 of us all together.
We did, yeah. We had the lad that lives around the corner or next door to you, and we had the Scottish Donny with us as well. Yeah. And then we had.
Yeah.
Did we not have that last out with us as well? Do you know the goth one?
No. She might have been there at the start. But anyway, we went out. We went out tonight out, and it started off calm. And Darren. I've just said his name. Shit. just delete that. just rewind. Just rewind. No, I didn't say anything. We'll go for Bam Bam. Techno.
Don't drop his name. Just. Carry on with the story then.
I can't.
We'll just edit it out. We'll just edit it out on the live stream. We'll just edit it
out. I apologise if you're watching.
Is that your real hair?
Who just said that? Right, anyway, he was a virgin at this point. Right.
For fuck's sake.
Right. So we went on this night out.
You've sent Chef already.
So we went on this night out, and we felt bad that he's not done the deed yet. So we had that ongoing joke with him. It was like, right, we're gonna get you laid tonight, sort of thing. And he was like, nah, laughing it off, and we were all like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it. Anyway, so the night started off calm. We went to this club in the end, I can't even remember what time it was, maybe 1 a.m. it got to. And you split off because I think you pulled a bird. And there was 4 of us remaining, right? And I knew of this place in Sheffield that it was pretty much just a strip. a strip club essentially.
It wasn't a strip club. It was an underground like dark room.
Yeah, you could say that. But anyway, for stream purposes, it will say it was a strip club. Anyway, so it was like,
Paradise. It was called Paradise.
It was. But it was like, oh yeah. So me and one of my mates, we were devious and was like, oh, let's take him here because it would just be funny as fuck. He's like, oh, he's not gonna do anything. Anyway, so we said to him, we was like, oh, come on, get in a taxi. We're off home. And he's like, yeah, come on, because he was pretty fucked at this point. Got in a taxi. Obviously, we told the taxi guy to take us to this place. And we got there and he was like, fuck off. No, I'm not going in. I'm not doing it. It was like, come on. Trying to big him up. Because he was like, you're a virgin. You've got to fucking do it. Right. Anyway, we paid to get in, right? We got him in. And we're sort of...
tenner each, by the way.
Yeah. Right. And you sit in this place and we're all, like, me and my other two mates, and not him, we're giggling and he's sat there still as a rock because he knows what's coming and we're all sniggering to ourselves. And this definitely not British woman walks up to him and she's like, oh, you want a good time? And obviously we're like, no, not us, him. We're pointing to him. And he's going dead red. And she's like, starts sitting on his lap, starts stroking his shoulder. And she's like, oh, you're so handsome. And I don't know why I put on a Chinese voice. She definitely wasn't Chinese. But, anyway. Right. So she ended up leaving because he was boring. He didn't speak to her. So my other mate, like, the biggest out of us all, he was like, come on, let's just fucking go speak to him. Come with me. Grabbed him, stood up, walked to the bar, and he just went to this one girl, and she was like, how much for you and my mate to have some fun? And she went, well, can't remember the price because I wasn't there, but she was like, oh, 30 quid or whatever the fuck it was. And we all chipped in and paid for it, right? So we all put some money towards it. And he walks off like dead nervous, right? And when he's in the room, obviously we don't know what's going on, but we're all sat here like,
oh no, we all know full well what was going on.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. But we're all sat there now, just three of us, like, right, yeah, that just happened. He's in there now, isn't he? So I guess we'll just sit and wait. So we was all just laughing, on our phones and just wondering what he's gonna be like when he comes up. Anyway, he's not the first one to walk out. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And this stripper comes up to us and goes, oh, he's asked for an extra 20, and we're like, fucking hell, like what's he fucking doing? Like, bearing in mind it's been like half an hour at this point. We're like, fucking hell, he's never done it. He's lasted half an hour already. Like, I barely last 30 seconds. I'm like, fucking hell, he's going strong, this kid. Anyway, so it's like, oh, he needs an extra 20, and we're like, fucking hell, has he been robbed? And she's like, oh, no, he's asking for it. I'm like, fucking... So anyway, so we bite the bullet and we give her another 20. She walks off. Another 10
Was it the girl that took him off?
Yeah, it was.
Right, so he's just left in this room naked and afraid.
Yeah, pretty much. Imagine you're in his scenario now, right? You're sat there just... As a pencil just on the bed, like pencil, like... Jesus Christ. Right. So anyway, she goes back, she takes the money, and maybe another 10 minutes later, he walks out with the biggest grin on his face, right? Like he's fucking made it, and we're all like, yeah, like cheering him on, bigging him up. And we're like, he's done it, patting him on the back, and we eventually leave, right? And we get in this taxi, and on the way home, my mate who paid the extra 20 is just like, out of curiosity, what was that 20 quid
extra
for?
24.
Because then me and my other friend were like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, what was that 20 quid? He's like, you was in there a while, and he just goes, oh, boys, I had such a good time. I didn't want it to stop. I just,
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe about a second.
Yeah,
no, it's worse. No. It's worse than that, Jeff.
Yeah.
He was,
right.
He just. He blurted out, oh, I just wanted to eat her out. And, mate, the whole cab went... Even the taxi driver was like, what the fuck? Right. We're just like, no.
No.
He's like, you need to go to the hospital right now and brush your teeth with uranium.
Mouth therapy is a lot, man.
Because he was dead. He said it with like dead confidence, like we was gonna be like cheering him up. He was like, what have you done?
I can't believe you've done this.
we were just like, I can't believe we spent 20 quid for you to lick a stripper's thigh.
He's actually not the only person I know to have paid to lose the virginity. Can you remember our other friend? And I am going to name drop him because I don't speak to him anymore. George. Out in Spain. Out in Spain. He went on holiday. In fact, Joe was there. Well, not literally in the room with him. But Joe, yeah, film in 5 seconds. What's this YouTube shorts you filmed? No, Joe, we actually used to be really good mates with him, and then he just fucking turned gay because he had a bird, and she was like the be all and end all, and that was it. Like we never spoke to him again. Yeah. And I've been with him to America, and you went with him to Spain. And when you went with him to Spain, you went to like a gentleman's nightclub, didn't you? And
we were both 17 as well.
He went into the red room.
Oh yeah. It was red.
Fuck's sake. How do you know? Did you go in as well?
I can neither confirm nor deny on live stream. I did or may not have gone in. 100% I went in because it's funny.
I suppose, Joe, looking at the time, I think you know what time it is.
Yeah, just to end, boys. For those that you don't know, obviously we did this on the pilot episode, but we do have every episode we are going to do this. It is Chef's History Corner. For those that you know, Chef, he does randomly blurt out history facts. You know, we don't potentially ask for it. We don't potentially need it, but every time he does it, it's just funny because it's so random. But we're going to go to the chef now in Chef's History Corner. So, chefs, what have you got for us today, son?
Well, I'm going to tell you about the dog.
The what?
The dog. The dog. Juliana.
Right. Juliana.
Yep.
Right.
During World War II.
Right.
So,
World War II.
During the Blitz in London, there was a dog called Juliana. It was a Great Dane, so big fuck off dog.
Right.
You know, no one knows what Great Dane is.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened is during the Blitz, an incendiary bomb from the Austrian painter fell through the house, the roof of the house.
An incendiary bomb?
Yeah, incendiary bomb. So it fell into the roof through the roof of the house, and was about to set off. This dog then proceeds to go and piss on the incendiary device, causing it to malfunction, and basically stopped the massive fire in London.
Licked the bomb?
No, pissed on.
Pissed on it.
Who teaches dogs to piss on bombs? Imagine I need to train this dog for everything I can.
Obviously, the dog got awarded the Blue Cross, which is like the highest medal for animals. So,
the fuck?
Yeah, that is the random history fact.
Did it say how many people it saved by potentially doing that? Sure, there's like an estimated. Got the Blue Cross because he wouldn't have just got a Blue Cross for pissing on a bomb unless it had saved like hundreds of lives or like somewhere important, like in Churchill or some shit. Surely,
do you reckon, like if it was like a retarded kid that pissed on a bomb, do you reckon he would have got an award for it?
No.
You not reckon?
No.
Because it was if they couldn't control the bladder and they just went. You know what I mean?
Did it Gary go?
The dog just stood over the bomb and just pissed on it, preventing it from the fire from spreading. Obviously, in London, it would have row of houses, so it would have been the whole street that probably would have gone up in flames.
Well,
so it probably saved quite a lot of people's lives.
There you go, guys. The history. Was it Judy?
Juliana.
Juliana. The history of Chef Attenborough we've had in chat. There you go, Chef. So. Chef pretty much is Attenborough at this point. So when David dies, Chef's going to overtake him. He's going to do.
Yeah. She also got another Blue Cross medal as well.
This dog got 2 medals.
Yes.
He's got the same amount of medals as me. And my medals are for being in work for so many years and going to Cyprus. No, to Crete.
And
To go into a holiday destination and being in the RAF 8 years. That's why I've got medals. That dog's got better medals than I have. That's bullshit.
And in 2013, a portrait
I need to
of the
piss on some
medals were
bombs.
found in a house clearance in Bristol, and they were sold together in Gloucestershire under the title of A Great Dane with a Great Bladder.
I thought he was going to say something else.
And it was expected to reach of £60 to sell. It then went for £1,100.
Jesus.
Wait, it was only going to go for like 60 quid, they reckon?
Yeah, but it went for 1,100.
Dang.
Oh my
Fair
God.
enough.
Well, there you go, guys. That is Chef's History Corner for you. The dog pissed on a bomb and saved everybody's life. So,
if anybody is studying at school and you need to find answers, don't go to Wikipedia. Don't go to Google. Just
don't go to your history teacher about anything.
Wait for Sunday afternoon to just ask Chef.
Yeah.
Chef has the answers. If you want to pass GCSEs, ask Chef.
Yeah.
That's my one advice in life. My one advice in life. Go to Chef.